Tell me about concentration, because I don't want to get him not doing those things. Yeah. But I also have a stepdaughter, she's 14, and you say a lot of people were never taught to concentrate. Yeah. And it's a great point. I was never taught, but it's because I must have figured out how to do it that I could get through like engineering school and I could get to things. So I found I reverse engineered it somehow. But how can people think about the fact that they need to maybe learn how to concentrate? Just how they need to learn how to find their purpose and be active about it.
Right, so just take someone playing the piano. If I wanted to play the piano, I need to first learn how to play the piano, have someone teach me. And then the second thing I need to do is practice. Practice playing the piano. How much do I practice? Well, depending on how good I want to be. If I want to play for my Aunt Ethel on the weekend, I might have to practice 20 minutes a week. If I want to play for Juilliard, it might be 7 hours a day, 7 days a week. So the same thing with concentration, right? Concentration is a science and an art. A science because there are clear steps that you need to take to work towards a goal, and an art because it requires repetition and practice, right? So I always say that concentration is a science and an art, and learning how to concentrate, you have to understand the mind, right? So as I shared before, that you're not the mind, rather you're pure awareness moving through different areas of the mind. And I define concentration as my ability to keep my awareness on you for an extended period of time until I make a conscious choice to shift it to something else. So most people allow someone or something outside of them to control where their awareness goes. So I'm chatting with you, my phone goes bing, I pick it up, and my awareness gets dragged there. Another notification comes, my awareness goes there. I see a noise out there, I hear a noise out there, my awareness goes over there, right? So my ability to keep my awareness on you or something for an extended period of time is my ability to concentrate. So the first step in teaching your children to concentrate is really teaching them about the separation of awareness and the mind. They're not the mind, rather the awareness moving within the mind. And once they understand this, then you define to them what concentration is, which is keeping awareness on one thing at a time. And then you say to Kaden, like, hey, or your stepdaughter, and say, honey, every time your awareness goes away, can you bring it back? Or if you're having a conversation with her and you see her awareness drifting away, thinking about something else, you say, honey, can you bring your awareness back to me? And then you train them. But you know, one of the biggest lessons I learned in recent years, a couple of years ago, I was speaking at an event in South Korea, in Seoul. It was called the World Knowledge Forum. There were about 3,000 people there and a lot of dignitaries and everything, and I was one of the speakers. And one night they had a special dinner, get-together dinner, and they only invited like 60, 70 people. There were prime ministers and presidents of countries, and they asked me to come. And so I went there, and they started the night with some drinks. And we were just chatting I was chatting with a couple of people, and this guy comes up to me. And he was like, who are you, and what's all this outfit about, right? What are you speaking?
Very direct.
Very direct.
Must have been American.
How did you guess? So I turned to say hi, and it was Reince Priebus, Trump's former chief of staff, White House chief of staff. And I'm not a Trump supporter and probably lose about 5,000 fans for saying that, but that's okay. Who cares? Right. So I turned to him, and obviously, you know, my guru taught me a long time ago in the monastery to treat everybody the same, right? So I treated him with respect, and you know, and so I started chatting with him, and I learned the biggest thing I learned that year was from this man. And in that conversation with him, earlier that day, Ban Ki-moon, the former UN Secretary General, gave a talk on the environment and how we're at a tipping point right now. And if we don't do anything, we're in serious trouble. So I kind of brought up the topic for some reason when we were chatting, and Ryan said something interesting to me. He said, the problem with Ban Ki-moon's talk is he did not make the case. And I said, what do you mean by that? Can you explain? I don't understand this phrase. And he said, how do I tell the single mother in Pennsylvania that has 2 jobs and 3 kids that she needs to care for the environment? Because all she can think about is getting through one job, going to another job, earning money, coming back, looking after the 3 kids, feeding them, getting sure they do their homework, getting them ready for the next day, and then just like crashing in exhaustion, and then doing the whole thing again. She doesn't care about the environment. How do I make the case to her? And once I can make the case to her, then she'll buy in. And that phrase, making the case, really changed my life, because I realized I was traveling around the world teaching people about the mind and concentration, but I never made the case. Why? So if you want to teach your 14-year-old stepdaughter how to concentrate, it's not enough to go up to her and say, honey, you know, I learned about concentration today from Dandapani, here's how to do it. You need to make the case to her. Why does she need to concentrate? And once you can make the case to her, when she buys in, and then she'll go, please teach me, right? And a lot of times parents go up to the kids and say, okay, son, you need to learn how to concentrate. I watched this YouTube video. I took Dandapani's course. You need to learn how to concentrate. I'm like, yeah, that's another one of 1,000 things you're telling me to do. You need to make the case to them. And
Which means find out what they want in life and show them that this will get them what they want faster or get them what they want.
You get 10 more monk points for that.
Really?
Yeah. You can cash them in later.
Or find that it aligns with their purpose even better.
Exactly.
Okay.
You really understand the concept. And that's really what it is, right? So for example, you go up to a child that loves to play Nintendo and you say to him, I can help you get a better score on your Nintendo. Like, talk to me, right? If you want to, and one of the things I teach people to do in learning to concentrate is develop willpower, right? So if you go up to a child that loves, you know, a boy or girl that loves to play basketball or soccer, for example, so like, you know how a soccer game is 90 minutes, and in the last 10 minutes, everyone on your team is tired, and you know you guys are struggling because it's an exhausting game. I can show you how to develop willpower so that in the last 10 minutes you can keep going and you can summon up all that will and energy to just keep pushing when everybody's falling behind. And that boy loves soccer and he'll say, please teach me.